that I only have 1 minute, 60 seconds in it. It was forced upon me, I couldn't refuse it. I didn't seek it, I didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it, suffer if I abuse it, give account if I lose it. Just a 60-second minute, but an eternity is wrapped up in it. Take this moment that you have, and let's make a better world. Thank you very much.
The song that we sang when a bride first came out was called Tswang Lebone. Come out and see our child. She looks like a colored. So for an African child to be beautiful, she looked like a colored. So how we had taken in, how much we had taken in the lesson of racism. And if we are to heal, we have to be willing to admit how much that lesson has been learned by all of us. As I said this afternoon, if you meet somebody who says, I don't have a racist bone in my body, run for your life. Because then the conversation can't even start. For us to heal, we have to start accepting what we have been taught, what we have taken in, whether it is from the media, whether it is from political statements, whether it is from our history books and the stories that are not told. That all of that has wounded us all. And for us to heal, we have to name those wounds. We have to be willing to look into ourselves and see the places that we see others as inferior, but also see the places where we believe we are inferior. Because until and unless we do that, we cannot heal. Until and unless we are willing to tell the truth to ourselves and to one another about what we know, about what we fear, what we have been taught, we cannot reconcile. We cannot heal. We cannot restore. And yet I believe that the very fact that we are sitting here this evening, the very fact that we have given up our Friday and our Saturday morning, many of us, to be at this workshop, speaks to our determination to heal, to restore a sense of community, to reconcile ourselves to one another. I believe that we can and we will heal the wounds of racism. Thank you.
We are in Tuskegee, Alabama. These are students and faculty of the Bishop School, and I'm the chaplain of the Bishop School. We are an Episcopal school right out of San Diego, California, and this is the 100th year of our school. And last year we had a speaker for Martin Luther King Day, whose name was the Reverend Billy Kiles. The Reverend Billy Kiles inspired the students of this school and faculty so much that we decided together that we would, in his memory, do something very special for our centennial year. So we are on a civil rights tour of the South. To our blessing, we are being guided by Mr. Roger Pennyman and his organization. He and his company have designed for us a tour that has been unbelievable. We have been open to the stories of the civil rights movement that these students have read about, but we have now seen firsthand those places and encountered people who have told us the story of this movement in the South. This evening, it was actually the woman who was driving our bus who had a friend who knew about that Naomi was here speaking, and somehow before we knew it, we were all scooped up, brought in here, and welcomed by the people of Tuskegee, the mayor, and the people of this group, and we are delighted. We heard an incredible speech about human rights, and we are blessed to be here, and thank you all for your hospitality. Well, I'll tell you what motivates us is the curiosity of our students and their genuine thirst for knowledge. They're the inspiration. We are simply fulfilling their wishes to take a look deeper at the history of America and to learn something about racism. Can't be taught in a classroom. We've learned more in 3 days than we could ever learn out of a textbook. So it's really, they are the inspiration.
I learned about the civil rights in school, but I'd never really connected with it. So I just came on this trip to find out what it was all about and what the movement was about. And first we went to Birmingham and we went to the 16th Street Baptist Church, which was an amazing experience for me because I'd never really seen history itself, like being to a historical place and learned about what happened there from people who were actually there, which was fantastic for me. And coming to this and hearing Naomi Tutu speak was just an amazing experience because at my school we have famous people come and speak, but this was a much more personal thing and you could relate to it. And we've just been learning about all this stuff and she just brought it all home to us.